In John 8, Jesus replied to the Pharisees, I tell you the truth, everyone who sins is a slave of sin. A slave is not a permanent member of the family, but a son is a part of the family forever. So if the Son sets you free, you are truly free. A few months ago, I had a dream, and it was about a deliverance gospel minister, Richard Lorenzo. Some of you may know him. Some of you may have heard of him. Maybe this might be the first time you've heard deliverance. He believes in the full gospel of Jesus. In the dream, we were in a detention center held by a terrorist organization, ISIS. In the detention center, we had handcuffs, and we were waiting to be persecuted. Richard Lorenzo stood up, he looked at me, and he said, for who the Son sets free, he is free indeed. Then the handcuffs, they popped off. And he walked out. I then looked to the next guy. I stood up and I repeated what Richard Lorenzo had said. I said, for who the Son sets free, he is free indeed. And then I walked out, expecting to be shot by the prison guard, but I walked away free. Just as Jesus says, if you give in to sin, you are a slave to sin. He was speaking to the religious elders. He knew they could not uphold the law, and the wages of sin is death. That means, to me, if I give in to sin, I've given in to the law. And in the law, there is no freedom. That means that I'm not really a believer in Jesus, as he says, a slave abideth in the house forever. But the Son is set free.